Meredith at Breakbulk Events and Media. I'm here in Houston at Breakbulk Americas. We've just finished a fantastic panel on U.S. infrastructure, and I have one of our speakers here with me right now, Spencer Murphy from Canal, Barge. Welcome.
Thank you very much.
Okay, we have got the official U.S. waterway speaker.
Unofficial.
Okay.
Unofficial.
All right. But
Unofficial.
he really knows his stuff. So tell us how you see the importance of the upcoming infrastructure bill. By the time our viewers see this, it will either have passed or not.
Yeah.
But certainly national attention is being focused there. What are the really critical aspects of this bill and beyond? What needs to happen?
So, for my part in our industry, we are narrowly focused on the portion of this bill that deals with the inland waterway system, which is the locks and dams that run throughout the Mississippi River system, the Ohio River, the Illinois, the GIWW. Those locks and dams are critical infrastructure for the nation's economy. Many of them are well beyond their design life, and they need to be replaced. And the current version of the bill would have about $2.5 billion put towards these projects, which would go a long way towards clearing the backlog of about 20 or 25 key projects that we've identified in our industry with the Corps of Engineers as being the things we should do first.
Yeah, what kind of projects are those?
So it's mostly lock and dam projects. There's a few that would be on the upper Mississippi heading towards Minneapolis. There are a few on the Ohio River and a few also in Missouri. So it's spread across the country throughout the system, but each of those are projects that we have worked with the Corps as an industry to sit down and say, we agree these are the projects that we want to do now, and then let's finish those, and then we'll move on to the next one, and the next one, and the next one.
Absolutely. So assuming that gets started, I don't know, you give us the timeline. How long is it going to take to bring these dams and locks up to snuff?
If we were fully funded at 100% and the Corps had all the authorizations that they need, I think we could knock out a large portion of these 20 or so projects, make some major progress within a decade. These projects do take a long time. They're not an overnight issue that you can just do very quickly. But if given the full funding and full authority, the Corps can move pretty smartly. And so if you think about building an $800 or $900 million project in less than 10 years, I think that would be a pretty good outcome from our standpoint.
Absolutely. Certainly would mean more jobs, put more people to work, and that's always good. We like to hear that.
Yep.
One thing that really grabbed my attention in your presentation was a project that you worked on the transport with the deck barges outside of
Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh, that's right, Pittsburgh, so Pennsylvania. Tell us about that.
So with the sort of natural gas revolution that has occurred in the Midwest, that has created the opportunity for chemical manufacturing to return really to the Midwest for the first time in decades. Currently, most chemical plants are located in the Gulf Coast, but with access to shale gas in the Midwest, that allows for siting a manufacturing plant on the Ohio River right outside of Pittsburgh. And so that's very exciting from a energy independence standpoint. That's very exciting from a national manufacturing policy standpoint. And the inland waterways are vital to move the heavy components that go into those projects up to site, because many of the huge components that are going into the project are too big for truck or rail. They can't be assembled on site easily. So really, this is the only way you're going to do it. And so I think, excuse me, that's a very exciting opportunity if we are able to keep our waterways fully funded.
Yeah, absolutely. So as you look down the road, do you see more of these types of chemical projects in that region of the U.S.? Do you think there's opportunity there?
I think there definitely is opportunity there. I know there have been several projects that have been either announced or designed. Not all of them are in construction, but I think there is an opportunity there for a lot of these projects to go forward.
Right, and I would think that would have a major economic impact on the region as well.
Absolutely, absolutely. Between the construction jobs that go into it, the maritime jobs and other transportation jobs that go into assembling the plant that we were just speaking of, I believe, is going to have around 600 full-time jobs once it's fully functioning. And then, all going well, folks like us will move the product that is produced by the plant, may move by waterways as well. So it's a kind of a triple effect, I think.
Absolutely. Well, that is great. So what, last question, what is the future of barge transport and versus what it is today, would you say?
I think the future of barge transportation is very bright. I think we're going to see a change in cargoes as we move a lot of energy products. So currently that means a lot of oil-based products, a lot of refined petroleum products. As the energy mix changes, I think our cargo mix will also change. But the nice thing about barges is they can carry almost anything, and so we're looking at that. We're looking forward to that challenge. So I think the future for our industry is very bright because we actually have capacity available to grow. Trucks and rail, I think, are a little more constrained, and there's only so much more you can add to the rail system easily, or our highways easily. If we can fix our locks and dams, we have still a lot of excess capacity available in the waterways.
Great. That is good news. Thank you so much for sharing all of that information and giving us those insights.
Thank you very much. I enjoyed it.